Let me just start off with this. In Texas, with some of the strongest or punitive laws, in October, a young man, his uncle was in a fight at a soccer game. He went to the truck and got an AR and shot somebody. In Texas, nothing was going to prevent that. That story doesn't belong in the conversation we're having about what's happening here in the state of Connecticut. That is how we make policy that we should not be making. We should make sure that there are punishments for people, but we should also be making sure that the way that these conversations develop tells a story that is accurate to what is going on. And that's true of everything. Today we talked about how great the state of Connecticut is. You want to talk about education? We're sitting in an educational facility right now. Young people, the Alice families that we're talking about, where are their opportunities? Here. And what are we looking to do right now? How do we minimize what's happening in this space is what we're looking to do. Last year I stood up at this breakfast and said, we are in a state of emergency. We're in a state of emergency because the place where opportunity exists is going to get shrunk. And then we talk about, oh, we're going to do some things on it. No, we cannot do some things on education. We are in a state of emergency. Black and brown folks are becoming more of the population of the educated workforce. If we allow for that to happen, if we don't allow for that to happen, our educated workforce is going to be devastated. So what are we going to do? Because I asked last year that we all engage the legislature in this very question. And the reality is not everybody that was in the room engaged us. I know because I didn't get those things. I know because many of my colleagues didn't get those. We gave a tax cut. We're talking about what we're giving back. We're talking about the guardrails and all of that, while at the same time we're not doing things that are now basic. And here's the thing. We knew many years ago that this was coming. You know how I know? Because before I was a legislator, I was an activist. And when I was an activist, I was talking about the changing demographics of the state. And what it would mean in the year 2020, 2021, 2022, and where we are right now. And we sat there and we let it happen. And right now we're saying, hey, we still have a university. But the people who are at this university now need more, not less. They need more opportunity to get into those classes, not less. They need more professors who can engage with them, not less because they have bigger classrooms. But it's okay because we have a shiny box. It's not okay. And by the way, this isn't just me getting on my soapbox. If you're a business, you need those people to be able to be educated. We're not alive. I want to talk about education at a different level. If those people have a child and they say to the child, if you just do well, you can get there and get your opportunity, but there's no opportunity, what is the child looking at? Right. So now what's the incentive to do well when my mother, my father went through a school system that was not welcoming of them, when they go to a school that doesn't feel welcoming, and at the end of the tunnel, there's nothing. We are in a state of emergency right now. It is not enough that the legislature is going to look at this and say, we're going to do something about it. We have a responsibility to invest here if we want the strong businesses that we're talking about today. If we're talking about crime and we want crime to go down, people who are well do not commit crime. You want to talk about criminal justice policy? That's how you talk about criminal justice policy. We should be asking ourselves the question, not the criminals, because we always want to talk about what they did, who they are, and all of this stuff. We should ask the question, have we done enough that we are right to be their jailers? Did we do enough in the beginning that we have ensured public safety because people are well, mentally, physically, they have food, education? Because if we didn't, there's other stuff that needs to be done. And so I'm an advocate for what's going on here because I see it. I see the young people who know that there's not opportunity and that it's being reduced while we talk about the great stuff we did. We've done some good stuff, but that's not the conversation we should be having. This right here, the place where we are, the young people will come here in a week, 5 days, whatever it is, who are searching because they can't get the classes. And they're, if we look at what's happening, they're at the good part because it's only going to get worse. What are we going to do about that? So as a legislator, that's my main focus. I chair the Judiciary Committee, but my main focus is opportunity. I know without it, I wouldn't be here.